Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be working on some custom facades for the Lego City. These facades are going to go behind the modular buildings on the raised platform. They're going to add some height to the city and also some depth. I've never really built facades before, so I'm very excited to see what we can come up with. I mean, of course, I've built skyscrapers before, so I don't think it's going to be much more difficult than that. So we've been working on adding height to the Lego City, so I'm really excited about the facades because I think that's really going to take it to the next level. Recently, we've been doing all of this rock work right over here, creating this temple, and also creating a platform for Ninjago City. So we're sort of everywhere, you know, we're building things all over the place, got a bunch of different projects going all at once, but I like that. It just sort of keeps it diversified, and this sort of makes my day different. So what are we working with here in regards to these facades? Well, our platform can accommodate modular buildings, also a 16 stud road, and luckily for us, we actually have 10 studs of space behind the modular buildings, so right back there. So that's what we're going to be building our facades on, 10 studs. I think 10 studs is enough. I think it's going to allow us to build cliffs if we want. It's going to allow us to build waterfalls and facades. So yeah, this is what we're going to do today, and the first thing I have to do is build a little 10 stud mills plate. Fairly straightforward little build there. And you know what? I did a little bit differently. I don't have any, base plates for the bottom. So I actually just use standard Lego plates in the bottom. Then I put all our 2x2 bricks in there and then topped it with standard Lego plates. And this is 32 studs by 10 studs. So it's going to be a perfect base for our facade. So I just went ahead and built this facade. It's ready to go. It stands 26 inches tall, or 66 centimeters, obviously inspired by our office building, the one that we used to have in the Lego City. But it uses a lot less parts and a lot less space as well, right? So it's perfect. Got a door down here, even though the doors are going to be covered up. Still wanted it to be there. And you can see our ground floor is double height. Then we have our first floor, second floor, third floor, fifth floor, sixth floor, seventh floor, and the roof. So 8-story building. Pretty basic build. Just use some panels and some bricks, and then those window panels that are 1x2x2. And you can see the back is sort of hollow there. And it's got the 4x black plate to create the floors. And there is a spot there where you can put the minifigs, right? So if you wanted to have some minifigures inside, you could do that. It looks pretty good. Pretty happy with the outcome of it. The roof is got the inverted slopes right here. And it's tiled off. Down here below the windows, we've got slopes. And on the tops of the windows, we have the inverted slopes. So it looks just like that office tower that we used to have. Glad to have it back here in a different form. And there you go. You can see how tall it is compared to me here sitting on the chair. Excited to place this one in the city here behind some modulars and have a look at it, see what it looks like in the city. And then we're also going to build one more facade as well. You can see I've started cooking that up right here. So it's pretty exciting. Let's place this one in the city and have a look. So obviously that's not the final placement for it. I'm not sure where the facades are going to go. They actually might go down by the Avengers Tower there. Eventually on that platform, or that section of the platform, we might be making all skyscrapers over there. We think that might be cool, adding some height to that corner. But you can see the facade there right beside or behind the Palace Cinema. Looks pretty good. Obviously you can't see the front door, but I just wanted to have that there, just so that I know it's there. However, on the next one that we're building right now, I don't think I'm going to do the front door. I'm just going to make all the floors the same. But yeah, it looks really good. It adds some nice depth to the Lego City, right? Maybe I could build it one more floor tall. I don't know. I think that's probably tall enough, though. You don't want to make it too tall. It might look a bit awkward, but it's cool. It just adds some nice depth. One thing we could do is we could add some paper to the back of it, maybe like black paper or something like that to black out the windows. But it really doesn't look too bad against the white wall, because there's not much light in there, so it's sort of like shaded. It almost looks like they're the tinted windows. That's another thing I could have done, is use the blue or the tinted windows, but unfortunately I just don't have those, so I had to use the ones that you saw there. And I actually found pretty much all of the pieces to build this on the pad wall. the black plate, the white panels, the slopes, the inverted slopes, the white brick, and all of the window glass as well. So I essentially found all of the parts to build that facade from the pad wall. Just finished up with the second facade. I'm already thinking of changing a few things with the design, but I'm pretty happy with it. So all the floors are identical, and we've got the gold cylinders, the windows for the balconies, right? They've got a door for each balcony there, and then it's symmetrical on either side. Now, I am thinking of changing these panels out right here. Rather than having two of the 1x6x5 panels, I'm thinking of having maybe 3 of these in the center and having a little bit of a border on either side, maybe like a black border or something like that. So if you can envision that with maybe a layer of black bricks on either side rather than having all of the glass, just because I think it's sort of almost too much glass, if you will, too much window. Also, I added these textured bricks here to try and give that a little bit of texture and make it look a little bit different rather than just being flush. I'm starting to think maybe I should have put some snot bricks maybe below the windows and maybe put like a tile or something below just to like make it pop a little bit more. So I'm thinking there's too much glass maybe, and maybe I should have added a bit more texture, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty good. You know, we whipped it up in an evening, so not too bad. Then up top here, I went with like an urban garden sort of feel. So we've got some grapes growing on these sort of things here, like some vines, right? And then we have just like a little garden right there with corn and also a carrot. You know, we could put like a minifigure up here, sort of gardening or something like that. Maybe swap out one of these tiles for a stud piece so you can actually pose a minifigure up here. That'd be fairly easy to change up too. And then you can see we just framed the top here using more of those little glass windows and topped with the black tiles and has the gold cylinders on either side. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I'm down with it. I wish it was a little bit taller, maybe 1 or 2 more floors taller, but I'm out of the black window frames. I only have 1 left. It's right there. So I need to get some more of those. I need 3 more to make it 1 floor taller. I mean, overall, it is pretty tall, but when you put it behind a modular building, it won't look that tall, right? Yeah, let me know what you think by commenting below. Should I make those suggested changes? And let's place this in the Lego City right now. So I think that's not too bad. Definitely needs at least 1 more floor of height. I think just 1 floor will do it. It looks pretty good. You can see I've put it behind the El Cubo Fine Art Cafe. So yeah, it looks decent. Sort of what I was visualizing, you know. So we do have a lot of pieces to build more facades. Whoops, running into those pieces. But we have all sorts of different unique colors that we could use to build more facades. Such as yellow, a lot of brick there, sand green, could work something out with that probably, blue, a lot of like bright colors, green, not much purple, but we do have I think some other ones like teal, red, brown, tan potentially, yeah, a little bit of tan there maybe. I have a lot of white, so that's why I decided to go with white, and we have a lot of black. So we could do some pretty cool stuff with that, I think. But it was fun just to test that project today and build a couple facades. I think they look pretty decent, you know? Like, I think it adds some nice height to the city, some more depth, and the plan is to hopefully get like, you know, eventually we're going to have stuff behind all of these modular buildings. So this platform is 200 inches. So that's 20 base plates. So that would be 20 facades. We're not going to do all facades. There's going to be some waterfalls and some cliffs and some rock edges and stuff like that. Some trails, some roads, some tunnel entrances, facades. So there's a lot of different stuff that we can do, but I'm excited to just try that and build a couple today. Gonna have to order some of those black windows so I can increase the height of that and maybe change that one up, just because I'm not too sure if I'm happy with the finished product there. I think I need to just add a little bit of texture there and get rid of some of the glass. But yeah, there you go. My first 2 facades. I think it was a success, and thank you so much for popping on by. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.